Have you ever witnessed the exact moment when one person falls for another? Right here on this dazzling red carpet, professional boundaries melt away with just a glance or an accidental touch. We're not talking about scripted scenes. We're talking about real-life chemistry exploding in plain sight. If you're on the team that loves spotting those subtle hints, hit that subscribe button now. And don't forget a single like from you is all the motivation I need to keep uncovering these hidden moments.
What? This is so bad!
During an interview on The Tonight Show, starring Jimmy Fallon, Nicole Kidman stunned Jimmy Fallon when she confessed that she once had a crush on him.
What? This is so bad!
She recalled visiting his apartment years earlier, but Jimmy was busy playing video games and didn't pay much attention to her. Jimmy turned red and even fell off his chair in regret. The moment was so real that he couldn't continue the interview for a few minutes because he was too embarrassed by the revelation. Chris Pratt gently brushed Jennifer Lawrence's hair aside and said she always shines, lighting up the whole room whenever she walks in. Although he jokingly called her the worst type of person during an interview in South Korea, he immediately followed it up with sincere praise for her charming personality and strong charisma, making the atmosphere between them feel very flirtatious and affectionate. On the red carpet for the man from UNCLE, Henry Cavill was in the middle of an interview when Shakira appeared behind him. He suddenly paused, turned to look, and asked the reporter in surprise, "Is that Shakira?" He then smiled, clearly amused. This spontaneous reaction showed the singer's charm even for Superman, despite them not knowing each other beforehand. In an interview, Gal Gadot and Chris Pine exchanged unusual glances when he joked about filming in Paris. Their chemistry was so strong that Gal even bit her lip while intently watching her co-star speak. On another occasion, Chris Pine couldn't hide his happy smile when he was with Gal, reinforcing fans' belief in a relationship beyond just co-stars. Which couple do you like more, Gal Gadot and Chris Pine? Leave their names in the comments below. And to not miss more adorably romantic moments from Hollywood stars, hit subscribe and turn on notifications right now. On The Graham Norton Show, Emilia Clarke blushed shyly when she met her idol Matt LeBlanc. She boldly asked him to deliver Joey Tribbiani's iconic line, "How you doing?"
Emilia Clarke loves Matt LeBlanc.
Wicked. Yes, thank you.
Yeah, how you doing?
When Matt responded in his signature charming voice, the actress immediately burst into uncontrollable laughter and showed pure joy as if she were in a romantic comedy scene. It became one of the most memorable celebrity interactions in the show's history. On the set of Lip Sync Battle, before the performance, Tom Holland looked at Zendaya and made playful, flirtatious remarks. Throughout the filming, their shared laughter and affectionate gestures beyond typical co-stars were fully captured on camera. Although they stated at the time that they were just friends, Tom's gaze toward Zendaya seemed to reveal his true feelings. While promoting a film together, Ana de Armas unexpectedly spoke Portuguese.
Muito gato. That's all I care about. That's please again.
Muito gato.
Muito gato.
Leaving Chris Evans completely stunned and captivated. He admitted that he didn't understand what she was saying, but found her voice incredibly beautiful and intriguing. The chemistry between them was so strong that audiences could clearly sense a special connection even outside of their official on-screen scenes during promotional appearances. On a program hosted by Allison Hammond, the humor of Ryan Reynolds had Harrison Ford laughing non-stop. Ryan continuously teased his senior co-star, while also treating him with polite, considerate gestures. Harrison, who is famously reserved, became noticeably open and warm around Ryan. The moment they laughed together and even shared a drink on live television was seen as a rare and playful display of bromance chemistry. At the premiere of Captain America: The Winter Soldier, Chris Evans secretly startled Scarlett Johansson from behind while she was being interviewed. Scarlett jumped in surprise, but immediately hugged Chris. Their closeness, the way they touched each other, and how they laughed and looked at each other during joint interviews often led fans to believe there was a special bond between them that went beyond friendship. During an interview for the film, The Imitation Game, Benedict Cumberbatch was very attentive when he noticed that Keira Knightley looked a bit tired. He kept gently shifting attention toward her and sincerely praised her talent. The way Benedict leaned in to listen carefully to everything Keira said showed deep respect. His politeness and charm made Keira smile happily throughout the conversation. At the premiere of Green Lantern, even though they hadn't publicly confirmed their relationship, the way Ryan Reynolds looked at Blake Lively seemed to say it all. He couldn't take his eyes off her and kept finding ways to stand close and talk to her. Blake's bright smiles and relaxed comfort around Ryan in the interview clips from that time were widely seen as one of the clearest early signs of the relationship that eventually led to their marriage. Dakota Johnson admitted that she was completely distracted when she saw Chris Hemsworth shirtless on set.
I get distracted by Chris Hemsworth's abs when you were making this new movie.
Yes.
She humorously shared that the whole world knew how she felt because his physique was so incredible. The actress even described the experience of pressing her face against his stomach during a hug as something different, saying it made her unable to focus on anything else except her admiration for his dedication. What do you think about Dakota Johnson's funny comment? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next exciting entertainment updates. On the Graham Norton Show, comedian Sarah Silverman decided to take her flirtation with Mark Wahlberg to a bolder level. Without any hesitation or embarrassment, she suddenly jumped onto Mark Wahlberg's lap right in front of the studio audience. The unexpected move, along with Mark's reaction, created an awkward yet charming moment, prompting the entire studio to cheer and applaud her spontaneity. Rumors of a romance between Zac Efron and Alexandra Daddario intensified thanks to the lingering affectionate looks Zac gave his co-star during Baywatch promotional interviews. Alexandra admitted she was deeply impressed by Zac's intelligence, talent, and dedication to his craft. The genuine connection and clear chemistry between them didn't just stay on screen, it also carried over into their public appearances. At the premiere of Tarzan, Alexander Skarsgård helped Margot Robbie adjust the back of her dress when it came loose. He did it very gently while shielding her from the cameras. Margot looked at him and smiled with gratitude. The interaction was seen not just as assistance, but also as a moment of considerate care between two attractive co-stars. When co-hosting the Oscars, despite being criticized for lacking on-stage chemistry, behind-the-scenes rehearsal videos show James Franco frequently teasing Anne Hathaway. He often looked at her with a mischievous expression, while Anne tried to stay professional but couldn't hide her smile. Their contrasting personalities created a playful back-and-forth dynamic that made their interactions feel lighthearted and entertaining during rehearsals. Amy Adams confessed that working with Henry Cavill every day was a challenging experience because of how strikingly handsome he is. She jokingly shared that anyone would start giggling if they looked into his eyes for more than 5 seconds, and she was no exception. Although Henry is always humble, Amy continued to praise him as one of the kindest people she's worked with wonderful qualities that often left her feeling flustered when facing him. At CinemaCon, the two leads of Anyone But You shared notably affectionate on-stage interactions. Glenn Powell lifted Sydney Sweeney up, and they exchanged private smiles and conversation in front of thousands of attendees. Although this was likely part of the film's promotional campaign, the emotions and eye contact they shared in the video appeared natural and not fully scripted in terms of small gestures. Hollywood isn't just about flirtatious moments. There are also plenty of behind-the-scenes facts that are laughing through tears, stories you might not know. If you still want to see more, click on the video currently shown on your screen. And don't forget, like and subscribe are completely free, but they're a huge motivation for me to keep creating more quality content. Wishing you a day full of positive energy, and see you in the next video.